our hoodie.
Exactly. But I'm not sure we appreciated it then as we appreciate it more now, looking back on two incredibly star-studded teams and that level of competition.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Rob. When you look through both teams, full of international players. Obviously the names Larsson, Sutton, Hartson, Petrov, Lambert, Lennon all come to mind. Baldy Mialbi, and then you've got Moore, Amaruso, Newman, Ferguson, Reina, Caniggia, McCann. All those guys. Stephen Kloss. So they were incredible squads. It was a great time for Scottish football. I don't think we've seen the likes again, to be perfectly honest. I know Celtic have been highly successful in the past 12-14 years, but I don't think any Celtic team of the last 12 or 14 years would touch the Celtic team of 22-24 years ago. That's my honest opinion on it, and certainly likewise with Craig's team. Because you look at Craig, he was a brilliant defender, and coming over as a young man from Australia, making the most out of his career to break into Walter Smith's team, then to get into Dick Advocaat's team, against your Amarusos and your Goffs and all those kind of guys that came, your Jockey Bjorklunds and all those guys.
I had to wait a long time.
Yeah, you did, but you stuck in. But your original point, the standard was brilliant. And if you were a Celtic fan and a Rangers fan at that time, just fantastic days.
So the standard, Martin, was incredible. So to go through 5 years as Celtic manager, 3 titles, and the 2 you didn't win were lost by, I think, a point and a goal, respectively. I mean, that's some level of excellence, isn't it?
Yeah, but it was great, Rob. I must admit, great days. Rangers were incredibly strong. I remember when I signed for the football club, this is true, Craig, that Rangers opened up on the Saturday and won at Ibrox, and we would play on the Sunday, and it was a TV game around about 6 o'clock, and we were at Tannadice against Dundee United, and so we were doing a little press conference beforehand, and who was it?
Our old friend Hugh.
Hugh Keevan said to me, this is about an hour before kickoff, so I'm doing my final press conference. It was only the 15th they'd done that weekend, and Hugh Keevan said, now that Rangers have won, and he said, if you don't win today, is that the league over? And it was and I nearly died, really, because I thought he's not expecting Rangers to drop too many points. But when you saw the side that they had, they're really brilliant. And there was a moment or two pre-season when we didn't have Henrik. We had a couple of pre-season games were kind of tough, and I thought, well, maybe I should have stayed at Leicester. But we had a battle on our hands, and every single weekend was the same story for me. That if Rangers were playing in the Saturday, we'd finish our training, and then I'd go into one of these trances, hoping that Rangers could drop a point or two somewhere along the way, and the news. And I'd switch off the radio and then bring it back on again. Yes, the news at Ibrox, they've just scored. Okay. So it was desperate. Craig, that's how I lived my life for 5 years. I swear to God. And then it was amazing.
Bang goes that theory that you don't listen, you're not interested in how the opposition are getting on.
I was always absolutely. When you're playing your game, of course, you can't do anything else. That's done. But of course, you're a little slip up here and there, Craig, meant the world, really, in many aspects, because it meant that if things didn't go well in your game on a particular day, you had a little bit of respite. And that was all. But for years, there was no respite with Rangers.